Adidas has stated that the end of its collaboration with Kanye West is hurting the business, particularly in North America, where sales have suffered greatly. Welcome viewers to my channel. Please subscribe, like my video and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next update. The athletic apparel monster cut its binds with the architect and rapper, known as Yeezy, before the end of last year after he posted enemy of Semitic remarks via online entertainment. Adidas reported that West's Yeezy sneakers suffered a loss of €400 million, £350 million, in the first quarter of the year, which resulted in lower sales. Despite the drop, the numbers were better than analysts had anticipated, and Adidas claimed that sales were up 9% when the Yeezy business was taken out of the equation. Adidas claimed that it was reaping the benefits of the current craze for trainers with a terrace design and that it was experiencing extraordinary demand for its Samba, Gazelle, and Campus brands. Terrace fashions were first worn by football fans in the 1980s, when fans first started to wear designer brands like Fila and Sergio Tacchini. At the beginning of the year, Adidas stated that it had a limited supply of such shoes, but it plans to increase production in the coming months. Adidas reported in its most recent results that sales in North America had decreased by 20% because the region was particularly affected by the Yeezy business's closure. According to Bjorn Gulden, CEO of Adidas, the loss of Yeezy, of course, hurts us. Adidas sued by financial backers over Kanye West arrangement. Adidas Kanye West's Yeezy shoes, authorities, things. The organization rejected its restrict with West in October last year following the rapper's enemy of Semitic remarks. The company stated at the time, anti-Semitism and any other form of hate speech are not tolerated by Adidas. Adidas stated that its operating profit would decrease by €500 million this year if it did not repurpose its remaining Yeezy stock. The remaining products must be sold or disposed of, and the company must decide what to do with them. Mr. Gulden said that the company was narrowing its options on the Yeezy stock and was closer and closer to making a decision. Pippa Stevens, senior clothing examiner at Global Data, expressed that while Adidas couldn't switch its previous oversights, it should now immediately come to a choice on how to manage its leftover Yeezy stock, to try not to outrage its financial backers significantly further. If it decides to sell it, it runs the risk of further harming its brand reputation, so it must ensure that it does so in a sensitive manner to avoid upsetting customers. Investors are suing Adidas, claiming that Adidas was aware of Kanye West's problematic behavior years before they ended their partnership. Financial backers charge Adidas neglected to restrict monetary misfortunes and go to prudent lengths to limit their openness. Adidas responded by stating that it would take all necessary measures to vigorously defend ourselves against them, and that it would reject these unfounded claims. Adidas reported an operating profit of €60 million, which was higher than anticipated in spite of the decline in overall sales during the first 3 months of the year. Shoestring revenues increased by 1% as a result of strong demand for its tennis, football, and running shoes. However, Mr. Gulden, who left rival Puma to join Adidas at the beginning of this year, predicted that 2023 would be a bumpy year with disappointing numbers. Additionally, he stated that Adidas wanted to ensure that 50% of its products sold in China were created specifically for the Chinese market. Adidas has been trailing behind its rivals in China, the world's second largest market for sportswear. Its sales in China decreased by 9.4% over the previous year in the first 3 months of the year.